also believe personally that for you to get to that place where God answers you speedily, you must have proven yourself in the place of discipleship. You must have proven yourself in being thorough, in being efficient, in being faithful in the place of service. Do you understand that? That's why I always emphasize about Joseph. That after Joseph had that wonderful dream, for several years he was in prison. There was no hope that that dream will ever come to pass. That was the test of his faithfulness. Do you understand? That was the way he was. That's every one of us must be tried like that. Last week I was sharing with a friend. We're just discussing, and I was analyzing when God tested Abraham and said, your son whom you love, take him to Mount Moriah and kill him and sacrifice and offer him as a sacrifice. And Abraham did not ask question. The child, he waited for many years, for 100 years. He was 100 years old before his son was born. He took the boy and was going. Probably he didn't tell his wife because his wife will stop him. Then he told the servants. He didn't tell the servants because they may have discouraged him. Because the servants were grown up, they were born in his house. And when he was going, if I don't want to let these guys know, he said, okay, you servants, you people should stay here. Me and my son, we are going up. And he used one word that I love. Genesis, is it chapter 21? All right, he said, I and the lad will go yonder and worship. Worship. Is it Genesis chapter 21 verse 8, if I'm not mistaken? Abraham was going to kill his son. He said it was, you know why? Because worship means submission without question. That God says so, I'm submitting and I'm not questioning it. He said, and the lad are going yonder and worship. And you know what I was saying? And from the moment God told him, he obeyed. As he was going, he was obeying. All right, he kept obeying until he got to the last point. He raised up the son even asked and said, look at the fire. Where is the lamb for the sacrifice? He said, God will provide. And he kept taking his son down with the intention to slay him on that altar. And while he was going, while he got there, God asked us, Abraham, stop. Then when I saw that, I realized, why did God say stop? And God dropped a word in my spirit. You know what that word is? Complete obedience. Somebody say complete obedience. Some of you are not here. You're going to miss out today. Don't do that. Say complete obedience. Many of us obey. We don't obey completely. We obey halfway. We obey haphazardly. Some of us obey. We obey with the wrong attitude. We obey and we are grumbling. All right? And the reward for obedience will not come until your obedience is complete. Do you understand that? The reward for obedience will not come until your obedience is complete before you be rewarded. If Abraham has taken the child out of the house and got to the base of the mountain and started changing his mind, he obeyed, but his obedience was not complete. If he got to the mountain and he was there and he started contemplating it, he obeyed. His obedience was not complete. It was when his obedience was complete that he proved himself to be a disciple. A disciple is someone that must be obedient to the core, to the letter. Let's see that again. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 6. I'll start from verse 5, verse 4, so you understand the narrative. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. So